I just wanted to show you a quick example of this week's assignment and how it works a little bit more. So I'm going to open it up here, my local version, which will work fine regardless of where it's running from, but just got a index.html page here. When I open it up, you're going to see that here to open locally, I had an AJAX request to this address. The user here is configurable, so any user that you pass to this address, it's going to grab their tweets. So another thing to mention here, Twitter /? Don't forget this slash or it won't work because it's just a directory on my host here, Team Goblin. So there's an index.php file that does a bunch of stuff. That doesn't matter for now, but so here's the assignment and what it will look like. You should have the HTML file that generates, kind of a dummy template here that you need to throw some scripts into to make this properly work. But what it's going to do is it's going to go here, and this file is going to go out to Twitter and get this user's 50 latest tweets and give them back to you. We used to be able to do it in a way that you yourself could just directly hit Twitter. But last year, I think somewhere between March and June, they changed their API from 1.0 to 1.11, and now you have to authorize with OAuth. And so rather than make you guys go through it, I've got a script that's running it all, and I've just opened it up through cores so you guys can hit it. That's what you're hitting here. And it just allows you to pass a user and then goes and grabs the 50 latest tweets. So it used to be pretty cool when you could do it on your own because then you could, make more calls, make it configurable and all that with just JavaScript. Now you can't do all that. So we're going to use, I have a PHP backend that's doing it, like I said. So all you need to do is hit that, give it a user. It'll spit back the proper data. Then you need to use JavaScript to figure out how to display it here, how to get the image of the user. And we just want to display the first 5, and then every time I hit more, I'm going to get 5 more. So I hit more, and I got 5 more, so on and so forth. If we go beyond the 50 that we're getting, it'll just say undefined. That's just what's going to be coming back, which is fine, right? It's only made to show the last 50 because we're only calling it once. And because this API backend that I've created isn't configurable, right? It's you just give it a user, it gives you the last 50 tweets. So all you need to do is, again, when a page loads, it initially doesn't have anything because it's waiting for this response from the AJAX call. So I'll show you that again. So it's populating once this returns its data. And if you want to see the data that this is giving back, so I've actually got just a kind of local version of it. That would be the one. Here's definitely the one. We're at the same URL. So this URL is, it's giving back this JSON object that has all this stuff in it. As you can see in here, it's the same exact thing as the page is returning. So it's, got a bunch of attributes. When was it created at? What's the text of the tweet? Thanks to everyone who stopped by. So if we go, sorry about that. If we go here, you'll see it's the same text that's displaying here. I think there's like kind of a weird thing going on here with this link. Don't worry about it. We're not that concerned with how all this displays. We just want to see the AJAX call to get some data and then properly be able to use the data that comes back from the AJAX call, which is JSON data, and to be able to display it and to break it out into different things. So that's why I've got the image here as well as the data. You can go further. I think there's some stuff in the book on getting out like a timestamp so that you could say, it was sent 10 minutes ago, or it was sent 4 hours ago, or sent yesterday, or whatever. I didn't, as you could tell, I didn't like remove any data from what Twitter by default gives you. So it's giving you here the offset, the time zone. I didn't like dig through this data to see if there's a time attached to it. But if there is and you want to display that, there is right here, created at. If there is and you want to go ahead and do that and shove it on here, then feel free. You don't have to limit yourself to just what I've got displayed or what this template of HTML is going to give you. So feel free to play around with that. All right, thanks.